Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to be sharing important lessons from Surah Al-Kahf, the 18th chapter of the Holy Quran. The importance of this surah is evident from the narration of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It stated that one who reads Surah Al-Kahf on Fridays will find his entire week enlightened until the next Friday. Also, Imam Shafi rahimullah said that whoever recites Surah Al-Kahf on Fridays will be protected from the fitna Dajjal. These narrations show the importance of Surah Kahf. So the lessons are: Surah Kahf contains several valuable lessons and stories that provide guidance and wisdom for the believers. Here are some key lessons from the Surah Kahf. The first is about the Ashab-e-Kahf. In this story, the people of the cave, Ashab-e-Kahf, we learn that a group of young believers who sought refuge in a cave to protect their faith. Surah Kahf emphasizes the protection and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala towards his sincere servants. Ashab-e-Kahf were saved from persecution and preserved in the cave, showcases the divine care and intervention for those who strive to uphold their faith. The young believers, the Ashab-e-Kahf, preservation was indicated by their miraculous long sleep. This highlights the significance of divine signs and symbols in guiding and protecting believers. Their unwavering commitment to their faith, and even in the face of persecution, serves as a lesson for the believer to prioritize truth and honesty in their lives. This story of the people of the cave exemplifies the power of tawakkul, relying on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, putting trust in Him. Despite the odds stacked against them, they turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protection and were ultimately saved. This story encourages believers to place their trust in Allah's plan and relying on Him. Then, the story of the rich and poor man highlights the dangers and trials that come with wealth and power. It reminds believers to remain humble and grateful, using their resources for the benefit of others rather than arrogantly displaying their wealth. Surah Kahf reminds us that the material possessions and luxuries of this world are temporary and fleeting, and being mindful of the transience of worldly wealth. Surah Kahf contains the story of the owner of the two gardens who failed to express gratitude for the blessings bestowed upon him. This narrative serves as a reminder for the believer to be content with what they have and to express gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His blessings. It serves as a reminder for the believer to prioritize their spiritual well-being over material possessions, and to always remember Allah in times of prosperity. Then, thirdly, the story of Iblis, Shaitan, and his refusal to prostrate to Adam alayhi salam highlights the consequence of arrogance and disbelief. It serves as a reminder for the believers to guard against arrogance and to submit humbly to the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then, the power of patience and trust in Allah. The story of Musa alayhi salam and Al-Hizr alayhi salam illustrate the importance of patience and trust in Allah's wisdom. Musa alayhi salam learned valuable lessons from Hizr alayhi salam, whose actions seemed peculiar at first but were driven by divine wisdom. He learned that there are hidden wisdom and divine knowledge behind every situation. The story emphasizes the need for believer to exercise patience and trust in Allah's plan, even when events appear to be unfavorable. Surah Kahf also emphasizes the impact of surrounding oneself with righteous companions. The story of Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam and Hazrat Musa alayhi salam illustrate how good company can lead to a spiritual growth and enlightenment. It encourages believers to choose their friends wisely and seek companions who will support them in their journey toward righteousness. Surah Kahf also encourages believers to engage in self-reflection and introspection. The story of Hazrat Musa salam and Hazrat Khizr salam highlights the importance of questioning, seeking knowledge, and reflecting on the deeper meanings behind events. It encourages believers to continually reflect on their own actions and self-improvement. This surah stresses the importance of remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seeking His protection from trials and tribulations. The story of Dhul-Qarnayn and his encounter with the Yajuj and Majuj highlights the existence of the Day of Judgment and the ultimate accountability of all individuals for their actions. Believers are reminded of the importance of preparing for the afterlife and striving to lead a righteous life. Dhul-Qarnayn, despite being a powerful ruler, remained humble and recognized that his abilities and accomplishments were gifts from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Believers are reminded to avoid arrogance and to attribute their successes to the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Dhul-Qarnayn story and the wall he built to protect people from Yajuj and Majuj underscores the permanence and fulfillment of Allah's promises. It reminds believers of the power and reliability of Allah's words and encourages them to have faith in His divine decree. These lessons from Surah Al-Kahf provides further insight into various aspects of faith, morality, and spirituality, guiding believers towards a more fulfilling and righteous life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to learn from these lessons and implement them all. Ameen summa ameen. Jazakallah khair for watching.